Hi, welcome to Gil's Corner. Today I wanted to show you my very first junk journal and how easy it can be to just allow yourself to get started. So this one I made out of a toilet paper roll. Some of the very first YouTubers that I watched were Jenny Belly. And her big focus was on using what you have and sort of recycling, which is the basic core of what a junk journal is. It is taking the things that other people would discard and turning them into a book, a journal. Now, it has evolved, my style has evolved, and it includes a lot of different things. But I wanted to see if I actually like junk journaling, so this is my very first one that I ever did. I just used what I had. I had always been into scrapbooking, so I had leftover scrapbook stuff and leftover doodads. I used a hair tie that you put in your hair. And I just started using punches and drawing. And I think the thing that I really realized about this particular process is I fell in love with the fact that I could create a feeling or an emotion on paper, and I didn't actually have to talk about it. And I just absolutely fell in love with the whole entire way of doing junk journaling. So once I did that one, I decided I would move on and I would try something a little bit bigger. So my next one was this one. And this is actually an old checkbook. Like, you keep your checks inside to pay your bills. I took a rubber band that you put in your hair and I tied it around the end. And I broke it apart, actually, put a button on it. Actually, I think this is like that elastic stuff. So I had one large big string of that. So I attached it and put it on here. And then I took old magazines, specifically Daphne's Diary, and I just started putting stuff in together the size of this. Slapped some stickers on and used some, I'm not even sure what that is, probably gesso. When I started this process, I watched every person that's out there. And I thought, well, I had to have what they had in order to do this. Soon learning that what they were doing was their style and what I do is my style. And a lot of the things that I bought at the very beginning of this process, I ended up probably not using a lot of it because it turned out to be not what I like. My love is stickers and paper. And I like old things. And I like doodling. I love quotes. Part of junk journaling, parts of it became a challenge for me because it was outside of my box. Because I really have journaled for all of my life. Well, since I'm 54, and I've been journaling since 1984. And several years ago, my style just changed. Because those journals that I was actually writing my feelings down in, I still do that. I don't do it as much because I've grown a lot. But those first journals that I did, probably for the first 20 years of my life, you know, it always was about what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with the world? What's wrong with you that you did to me? What's wrong with me that I did to you? Everything was just negative. And I got to a point where I was like, you know, I just need more. I need to be positive. I need to be filled with joy. I need to make choices that reflect my heart, my faith, my walk. So that is another reason I fell in love with junk journaling. So once I got done with this one, I moved on to a full-blown actual journal. And this is one of them. And this is actually, and I have a flip through of this that I'm hoping to get up posted, so I'm not going to do that here. But this is one of my first November to Remembers. So I will be posting a flip through of this. And what I do for my November to Remember is every day I write something I'm grateful for. I know everybody does the December dailies. By the time December gets here, I don't got time for that. So, and then I forget. And then I have to do I do it, but I usually end up doing 17 days in one day because I forgot. So, but with my November to Remember, I do actually remember to do a great gratitude every day. And so this particular journal is actually an old Kindle cover. And it actually has 3 years worth of Novembers in here. And that's all I put in here is just the Novembers, the November to Remembers. So there will be a flip through of that coming. And that brings me to my December one. So this is my December daily, and I have 3 years worth of journaling in here as well. And I'm going to do a separate flip through of this one too. But I just wanted to show you the process that I've gone through. And I really want everybody to just feel like it's okay to start where you are. Let's not be afraid. Because I was always afraid when I first got into this. Because I always had been really good at my words, but not necessarily at the art part of it. And this is actually my latest one that I've completed. And it is actually, you can see it's at the top here. It was a kind of a large floral encyclopedia that I cut down. The spine, I think, is 2.5 inches, which I've come to love. That's sort of like my size. So this is the most up-to-date one. I love using papers and lace, and this particular style of junk journaling is a take on Johanna Clow. I think she does hers, but hers were all at the top, and I like the jingle jangle, and I have ADHD, so it keeps my attention. So you can see how chunky it is. I like the chunky. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause and we'll start another video. I want to thank you for stopping by Gil's Corner, and hopefully you'll go to the next video to watch what I'm working on and watch my flip through of this. And thanks for stopping by.